testing. Okay. I think we are good to go. Welcome.
Stream Elements says, Blue Scorpio VR is now live. Streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 City Update 14 in Cessna 185. Siri_bot says, Siri_bot is here, Cerebro arrive.
Okay, hello and welcome to the stream. Today we are going to check out City Update 14, which is the Netherlands and Belgium. But today we're going to focus on the Netherlands, taking off from Rotterdam and landing in a little GA airport near Amsterdam. And I'm going to use Say Intentions tour guide to guide me through the interesting POIs. But my first problem here is, how do I get rid of that darn... Is this a bug? Looks like a bug. I was able to get off the wheel chocks, but not the... Ah, here it is. I saw it for a second here. Oh man, Microsoft, can you ever not have any bug at all? That would be so wonderful. I saw a glimpse of it. Will get you. Maybe that was a mistake to choose that plane. I wanted to try a new plane instead of flying something that I've flown many times before. I wanted to try. Oh, okay, well, it's getting in, but and I need to. Oh! There's some interesting tracking issue here. I'm gonna need to get out because I still haven't taken off that stupid Python tube cover. Come on. Come on. Ah. There. Thank you. OMG. That was driving me crazy. Okay, now open the door. Open the door. Or getting that way, that's fine too. Okay. We are in, and that's my first time in this plane, so I'm hoping it's similar to a 172. Because otherwise, I'm not sure. Let's center ourselves a little bit better on the plane. Okay, let's make sure that this works. Okay, what is up with this tracking here? Okay, so I'm using my Galaxy XR, Samsung Galaxy XR headset, which is usually great. But lately, with the latest update, there has been some tracking issues, and that is a bit annoying. Let me improve the lighting here at least. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna make any difference. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. Yeah, this is gonna be unplayable if that's the case. I really hope that they fix that issue. It was working great before the update, and now since the update it does this weird tracking issue. There you go, and I'm back in the plane. That's silly. Okay, so let's do the checklist. I'm not familiar with this plane, so I'm gonna get the EFB and go through the checklist real quick. Checklist. Okay, so that's all done. This is the external inspection. We're going to assume that we did that. Fuel shut-off valve. That's the cow. Alt static. Where is the fuel shut-off valve? In the Cessna 172. It's around here, so you would think it's nearby. Fuel pump. There it is. Yeah, it's good. Okay, fuel shut-off valve is done. Fuel selector on both. Good. Done with that. The brakes. Okay. They are good. Electric equipment should be all off. And indeed, everything is off. Good. Flaps. Let's check that the flaps are working as expected. Yep. The flaps are all good. Recenter me, please. You know, one thing that I heard works possibly is to take off the headset. Then turn off. And put it back on. See if that helps. Okay. So now I can recenter, and let's see if that helps with the tracking. Gonna check that the yeah, that is working okay. All right. Flaps check function, yes. Cowl flap fully open, yes. And tail wheel unlock. Where is the tail wheel? This is unlock and lock, so that's locked and that's unlocked. Okay, great. Starting the engine. Okay, master switch on. My bad. The key was turned on by accident, and so the engine started. Was trying to start, but the mixture was lean. So okay, mixture rich. Prop max RPM, yes. Power level idle, yes. Auxiliary fuel pumps on. Fuel pump should be on. Let's see if I can. That's the pipe that heats. Okay, fuel pump, where are you? Here you are. So why is there two buttons here? There's two. Okay, I guess I'm gonna turn them both on. Both engines. We only have one engine, my friend. Throttle open 1 inch. And or half inch. Ignition. Alright. Let's go and gear prop. And the engine started. It started. Electric fuel pump off. started the engine, but now we want both parts like this said, so this both flight controls are correct. Yes, that is not working. And one thing I should have checked is the audio static. Check that before actually checklist. Trims. Here should be set for takeoff. Okay. Oh boy, the trim was not centered at all. We're using it all the way to the top. To 17,000. Oh, I suppose we could do a test. Slide one to left. To right, okay. So I'm gonna do it manually. I'm guessing that's gonna be this guy, the master. Yep. Okay, we want, by the way, the beacon to be on by now. Beacon on. On. There is no switch for the menus are on when it's released flat which is powerful.
Airport Information Alpha, 0600 Zulu. Wind 268 at 4. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1800. Few clouds at 4800. Few clouds at 18,300. Temperature, 15. Dew point, 1 tree. QNH 101 tree. ILS Yankee runway 24 in use. Landing and departing runway 24. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Alpha.
Interesting. I'm hearing it on
Rotterdam Airport Information Bravo, 0600 Zulu. Wind 268 at 4. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1800. Few clouds at 4800. Few clouds at 18,300. Temperature, 15. Dew point, 1 tree. QNH 101 tree. ILS Yankee runway 24 in use. Landing and departing runway 24. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions.
Ion Oscar.
Advise controller on initial contact you have Bravo.
Rotterdam The Hague Airport. Information Oscar.
Rotterdam Airport Information Bravo.
0525 Zulu.
0600 Zulu.
Arriving and departing.
Wow, I'm guessing it might be wow. When does the say frequencies? More info. Frequency. Clearance tower. And then we come to the right. But there is no ground frequency. Go to the tower, radio check.
Skyhawk 7906 Sierra. Papa, Rotterdam Tower, radio check. Read you loud and clear.
60 Papa. Okay. Rotterdam Tower, Skyhawk 7906 Papa at GA parking, ready to taxi with information Oscar. Just fail. Let's try again. Rotterdam Tower, Skyhawk 7906 Sierra Papa at GA parking, ready to taxi with information Oscar.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, runway 24 taxi via Lima, Victor 6.
Runway 24, taxi via Lima, Victor 6, 7906 Sierra Papa. Okay, we are ready to go, so parking brake. Up, and let's get going. We're gonna make a U-turn here. And follow the directions. It's a tail wheel, so it's a little bit hard to see behind us. We don't need those blue lines. And I think, I'm gonna go through this road here.
Papa Hotel Sierra Alpha Lima, ready for straight out departure.
Papa Hotel Sierra Alpha Lima. Winds 240 at 3, runway 24, cleared for takeoff.
Okay. What was that? The radio. That sounded funny. And I guess we'll request flight following once we are in the air. We should have done that from clearance. Here's the outside view, which is quite lovely. Yeah. Oh man, that tracking is a pain. It's interesting because it didn't happen in other games, but now that I'm using Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, it's happening all the time. Let's put that a little bit lower here. So there is the frequency that could be using would be clearance. I'm sure there is no clearance here. Let me check the no, sorry, I meant the flight, the 122.180.
Transavia 2 Hotel, winds 240 at 3, runway 24, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, 24, Transavia 2 Hotel.
Yeah, let's ask
Papa Hotel Sierra Alpha Lima.
VFR clearance.
Okay, switching to departure, Papa Hotel Sierra Alpha Lima.
Say intentions is working much better than it used to. So we are on clearance. So Rotterdam clearance, Skyhawk 7906 Sierra Papa, request VFR flight following to Leidenstadt, cruising altitude 1500 feet.
Stand by.
Okay. Working on that clearance for me, wonderful. This is the longest as...
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, on departure maintain VFR at or below 1,500. Departure on 119.055, squawk 6661, expect runway 24.
On departure maintain VFR at or below 1,500. Departure on 119.055, squawk 6661, expect runway 24. 796 Sierra Papa. 6.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, read back correct. Tower will be on 118.205.
Roger, thank you. 76 Sierra Papa. Oh, one more, actually. Oops. All right, we are at runway 24 finally. There we go. I assume I would have to lean for taxi, but apparently not. Okay, so let's go back to tower, which is tower was 118.05. Yeah, that's it. So let's switch that. Rotterdam Tower 7906 Sierra Papa, holding short runway 24, ready for departure. put to 05 then. There. Rotterdam Tower 7906 Sierra Papa, holding short runway 24, request north departure.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, runway 24, winds 240 at 3, cleared for takeoff. After departure, turn right for northbound exit.
Runway 24, cleared for takeoff. After departure, turn right for northbound exit. 7906 Sierra Papa. Alright, so everything seems to be good. Ah yes, the lights. We want nav lights, landing lights. Well, that's taxi, landing lights. Here we go. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Right, we are on the runway and ready to go, so let's go, full power.
Approaching runway 24.
I don't know what's the N, airborne. There we go. Beautiful scenery. Look at this airport. Very nice. So, oh wow, this is a fast airplanes. I'm already at 120. Oh, and I want to start the tour tuner. Start the tour.
We're starting the Dutch Island tour. Our first stop is Rotterdam, just 4 kilometers away. Get ready to see one of the Netherlands' most dynamic cities from above, famous for its modern architecture and the largest port in Europe.
How did I call?
At our 11 o'clock, just 4 kilometers away is Rotterdam. This city was almost completely rebuilt after World War II, which is why its skyline looks so modern and futuristic. Think of it as the Netherlands' answer to a Lego set, but with more cheese. Rotterdam is home to the largest port in Europe, handling more cargo than any other port on the continent. The Erasmus Bridge, nicknamed the Swan because of its elegant shape, is one of the city's most iconic sights and a favorite for aviation photographers. And here's something. Rotterdam is where the first skyscraper in Europe was built, the Witte Huis, completed in 1898. So if you spot a building that looks like it's trying to outdo New York, now you know why. Our next stop is Kinderdijk.
Start the Polder Run tour.
Starting the Polder Run tour. Our first stop is The Hague, just 14 kilometers away. Get ready to see the city that hosts the Dutch government, the International Court of Justice, and some of the most unique architecture in the country. Keep an eye out for the Peace Palace, which looks like it was designed by someone who couldn't decide between a castle and a palace.
Okay, so we are way too high. I'm supposed to be at 1,500 feet according to my flight plan, which is not very realistic because in real life I would want to be flying higher than this, but we do want to enjoy the scenery, so I'm trying to go as low as possible and enjoy the sights of Rotterdam. And Here we are, 1500 feet. Let's look at the airport from outside. The airplane from outside. Looking great. Yeah, the city update 14 is really looking nice. Everything is sharp. My stupid headset is again doing its. Not sure why it's decided to do that today. Come on, stupid. Now it's put me outside of my boundary, so it thinks I'm outside of my boundary, which is ridiculous. And at some point it's gonna realize its mistake, so yeah, I'm pause right now. And here we go. Back into normal tracking. Let's see that. And it doesn't hold. My gosh, yeah, it's. Maybe I need to do a full reboot of the headset. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Full reboot. So the best way to do that is to turn it off and let's turn it back on. Here we go, full reboot of the headset. Which I think. So it's rebooting. And I think you are probably just seeing the paused view right now. I'm really hoping that after the reset it's going to work a little better. I was really surprised that it wasn't doing that at all yesterday and the day before. So virtual desktop. Continue. There we go. So we'll see if that helps. So I'm gonna go for manifold pressure of 25. That's pretty good. Oh, so we're going quite far actually. Oh no, it didn't put any of the... That's more like it. So, I need to get back on track now. I'm supposed to go to The Hague. Tracking seems to be a little bit better, which is good. The Hague is straight ahead. The tracking is a lot better already. Very impressed with the visuals here. We're flying alongside a highway, obviously. And The Hague is interesting. I actually go faster if I hold my RPM up a little bit. If I try to, yeah, it's slowing me down. That's interesting. So let's see. The Hague is straight across, straight ahead. And very famous for its tribunal, I guess. Curious to see what our tour guide will tell us about The Hague. The Hague. Let's have a little look outside the airplane while we're here. Seems that tailwheel is interesting how it's extended back so much. Looks funky.
At our 9 o'clock, about 6 kilometers away, you'll spot The Hague. This city is where the Dutch government gets all its serious business done. But don't let that fool you. It's also home to the Peace Palace, which looks like a fairy tale castle and houses the International Court of Justice. The Hague is the only major Dutch city with a beach, and Scheveningen is the place to be if you want to see locals braving the North Sea, even when it's cold enough to freeze your landing gear. The city dates back to the 13th century, when it was just a hunting lodge for the Counts of Holland. Talk about a glow-up. And here's something. The Hague is the seat of the Dutch royal family, so wave, just in case they're looking out the window.
Okay, so yeah, interesting. There's a castle, there is the International Court of The Hague. I'm seeing a stadium down there. Yeah, the visual are awesome. This is all photogrammetry. Sorry to get so close to you, my dear co-pilot here, but let's see. Where is The Hague Castle compared to the downtown?
The Hague Castle, also known as the Binnenhof, is located right in the heart of downtown The Hague, surrounded by government buildings and overlooking the Hofwever Pond.
Is it that building with triangular roofs?
Yes, the building with the triangular roofs is the Binnenhof, which is the historic castle complex right in the center of The Hague.
Okay. Is that where the International Court is?
No, the International Court of Justice is located in the Peace Palace, not at the Binnenhof.
Where is the Peace Palace compared to the Binnenhof?
The Peace Palace is about 1.5 kilometers northwest of the Binnenhof, set in its own park and easily visible from above, thanks to its distinctive tower and gardens.
1.5 kilometer north. So that's not very far. So that's the castle down there that we see those triangular roofs. And then there's a big park. So north. How do I recognize the International Court from above?
From above, the International Court of Justice is housed in the Peace Palace, which stands out with its tall clock tower, red brick facade, and large gardens surrounding it. Look for a grand building with a pointed spire and symmetrical wings set in a park-like area.
Huh. .5 kilometers. We definitely did more than that already, so I think we passed it. But let's move on to the next spot, which is Kukenho, whatever that is. We'll have to look at the International Court of The Hague later. Okay, I'm gonna speed up the time.
Sim rate 2.
Oh, there's a small airport here. I could have done a touch and go here.
Sim rate 1.
Actually, why don't I do that? I mean, I see some Papi lights, or Vasi, sorry. No, Papi. Precision, but is that really an airport? Or is it just yeah, it looks like an airport. I'm going way too fast to attempt a landing, but just really curious. Yeah, that doesn't look like maybe a private airport, but there's no runway here. Huh, interesting.
Sim rate 2.
Okay, I'm gonna speed up time a little bit so that we are getting to our next destination a little faster. We have a charming little town here. In some church. Ah, this looks quite oh, I was supposed to contact departure at some point, which was what 119.055. Rotterdam departure 7906 Sierra Papa at 1200 feet.
At our 5 o'clock, just 3 kilometers away, you'll spot the Kuchenhof Gardens. This place is basically the Disneyland of flowers. Every spring, more than 7 million bulbs bloom here, creating a patchwork of color that can even make a pilot forget about their altitude for a second. The gardens were established in 1949 as a showcase for Dutch floriculture, and today they're one of the most photographed spots in the Netherlands.
Simrate 1.
People from all over the world flock here just to see tulips, hyacinths, and daffodils in every color imaginable. Legend has it that if you try to count all the flowers, you'll miss your next waypoint. Here's something. The name Kuchenhof means kitchen garden because the land was originally used to grow herbs for a nearby castle.
Contact Amsterdam info on 124.3, transponder 700 796 Sierra Papa. I guess I'm not getting flight following anymore. Whatever. I'm just gonna Schiphol departure. Am I not getting flight following anymore? 796 Sierra Papa.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, negative. Remain outside controlled airspace.
Schiphol departure. 796 Sierra Papa requesting flight following to Lelystad. Cruising altitude 1500 feet.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, traffic services on request. Squawk 4472 then ident.
Squawk 4472 then ident. 796 Sierra Papa. Oh, it's off.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, identified. 5 east of Langeveld glider site at 1500 feet. QNH 1013.
Okay. So over there we have Amsterdam International huge airport. Actually gonna fly over it, even though in real life I would be in real trouble if I was doing that, but I'm just curious to see that airport. I think it's and it's butter smooth by the way. And yeah, restarting the headset was the right thing to do because it is now much better in terms of tracking. I've not had that issue with the losing tracking. I see Amsterdam in the distance. So this is Amsterdam Schiphol. Yep. I'm guessing. I have flown through that airport many times when going to France from California where I live. It's a very nice airport actually. It's modern and I remember that it's one of the nicer airports in Europe. Oh, look at that, there's an airliner taking off right now. Beautiful view from... Yeah, that is cool. Yay. And I'm going right over the... That's probably class Bravo airspace.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa. Contact Amsterdam. Info on 124.3, transponder 7000. Safe flight.
Negative Schiphol departure. I am on a flight following to Lelystad. 796 Sierra Papa.
Approaching runway 9. Caution! Caution!
At our 4 o'clock, about 6 kilometers away, is the Amstel River. This winding river is the reason Amsterdam even exists. Back in the 13th century, locals built a dam across it, and voila, Amsterdam was born. The river's name actually gave the city its name, Amstel Dam. Over the centuries, the Amstel has been a lifeline for trade, a favorite subject for painters, and let's be honest, a great excuse for the Dutch to build even more bridges. There are over 1,200 in Amsterdam alone. If you look closely, you might spot rowers practicing their Olympic dreams, or locals cycling along the banks, probably carrying more cheese than seems humanly possible. And here's something. Every November, the Amstel hosts the Sinterklaas Parade, where St. Nicholas arrives by steamboat because why not make your grand entrance on a river? Our next stop is the Amsterdam Canals.
Papa Hotel November Whiskey X-ray contact. London control on 121.23.
Okay, let's get to the Amsterdam Canals.
121.23 for Papa Hotel November Whiskey X-ray.
I have visited Amsterdam once, many years ago. Oh, there's an airliner flying overhead. I love that the intentions adds quite a bit of traffic. That's realistic. So here we are approaching Amsterdam. I see another airliner in the distance. There's not too many skyscrapers actually in Amsterdam. This looks like the business center right here.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa. Verify your squawking 7511. Mode C.
At our 7 o'clock, just 4 kilometers away, you'll see the famous Amsterdam canals. These aren't just pretty waterways, they're a masterpiece of engineering. Dug in the 17th century during the Dutch Golden Age, the canals form concentric rings around the city, and from above, they look like someone dropped a handful of spaghetti on a map and said, "Perfect." There are over 100 kilometers of canals, 1,500 bridges, and more than 90 islands. The canal houses lining the water are so narrow because back in the day, homeowners were taxed based on the width of their property, so everyone got creative with vertical living. Here's something. Every year, the canals freeze over. Well, sometimes. And locals lace up their skates for a citywide ice skating party. Our next stop is Almere and the Markermeer.
Simrate 1.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa. Contact Amsterdam. Info on 124.3. Transponder 7000. Safe flight.
The intentions is not working very well. The flight following should be sticking. So this is the canals right here. And the city of Amsterdam from above. In glorious photogrammetry. I do remember that big expanse of water here. Wow, is this a train station? Looks like I'm flying over the train station.
The building you're flying over is Amsterdam Central Station, the main railway hub of the city. It opened in 1889 and was designed by Pierre Kuipers, the same architect who did the Rijksmuseum. The station sits on 600 wooden piles, so it's basically the most elaborate game of Jenga in the Netherlands. It's one of the busiest railway stations in the country, with over 192,000 passengers passing through daily.
Oh, and look at that beautifully rendered building down there. What is that castle that's maybe half a kilometer east of the train station?
That's the Schreierstoren, built in 1487 as part of Amsterdam's medieval city wall. It's famous for being the spot where sailors, including Henry Hudson, set off for adventures or misadventures at sea.
And there's a nice cathedral here. Yeah, the buildings are really, really well rendered. I think I'm gonna do a low pass. Is it worth doing a low pass here? I don't know. Because the closer you get and the more imperfect the photogrammetry is gonna seem. So I think that altitude is really good to get a good view. That roof is looking like it needs some repair down there. Unless they're doing some constructions or something. Yeah, I do remember the little canals and the Red Lantern District or Red District, something like that. Somewhere there. But yeah, very vague memories. Oh, it looks like a boat. There's something that looks like a sunken boat with a highway going into it.
What you're seeing is the Ennius Hirma Bridge, which crosses over the IJmere and connects Amsterdam to the new city of Eichberg. It looks like a sunken boat from above because of its unique wave-like arches and the way the highway seems to dip into the water. The bridge was completed in 2001 and is named after a Dutch politician.
Oh, so it's a bridge. Interesting. Alright, so that was Amsterdam, and now we're going to our next destination, which is Almere. And then we'll land at over there. Okay, so we're gonna speed up time a little bit. Look at the details of this view. Gorgeous. Okay, so we're actually going across the water here. Oh, there's pink
Simrate 1.
trees down there. Interesting. Pink trees.
Simrate 2.
Okay, it's over there. Some island. And I haven't lost tracking at all since I rebooted. So great idea to reboot. All right. Almere, what is that about? We got some windmill here, wind turbines. Oops. We're almost there.
At our 4 o'clock, about 6
Simrate
kilometers
1.
away, you'll spot Almere and the Markermeer. Almere is one of the youngest cities in the Netherlands, officially founded in 1976, and it's built entirely on land reclaimed from the sea. The Markermeer itself is a massive lake that was once part of the Zuiderzee before the Dutch decided they preferred land to water and built a series of dikes and polders. Flying over Almere, you can really appreciate the Dutch knack for engineering. It's like Mother Nature and Dutch engineers had a tug of war, and the engineers won. The city is known for its ultra-modern architecture and perfectly straight roads, which look like someone used a giant ruler to design the whole place. Here's something. The Flevoland polder where Almere sits is the largest artificial island in the world. That wraps up our tour. Today we soared over The Hague, marveled at the Keukenhof Gardens, traced the Amstel River, weaved through Amsterdam's famous canals, and finished with a bird's eye view of a city built from scratch.
Interesting, we learned something. It's Almere. It's not looking very inviting, it's very square. Not as charming as Amsterdam for sure. Uh-oh, seeing some hiking issue again. So now we are going to check some information about our arrival. So I'll give you some frequencies here. The 80s.
Formation uniform. Lelystad Airport. Information uniform. 0555 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 23. Wind calm. Visibility 3. Mist. Sky clear.
It's Monday. Monday. God. Okay, so let's stop. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to stop the flight here.
Simrate 2.
Approaching runway 5. Caution! Caution!
Simrate 1. Simrate 2. Simrate 1.
Approaching runway 23. Caution! Caution!
Lowestat Tower, Skyhawk 796 Sierra Papa requesting taxi guidance.
Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, taxi to H Apron, stand 59er via Sierra 3, Sierra Hotel. Good day. Skyhawk 6 Sierra Papa, exit at Sierra 3 if able. Taxi to H Apron, stand 59er via Sierra 3, Sierra Hotel. Stay with me.
H Apron, stand 59 via Sierra 3, Sierra Hotel. Skyhawk 796 Sierra Papa.